Gentlemen and lady, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, welcome. Before Warforged launches, I thought I'm gonna upload another video of a fun deck I've been playing recently, and today we're going to look at one of my favorite warlords, and that is of course Daddy Fulgrim. Unfortunately, his faction got nerfed into the ground, and the only deck you see for Fulgrim lately is like the 30 Tactics Fulgrim deck, which focuses on cheesing out his whispers, and we are going to actually try the same but in a more creative way. And it's not a one-trick pony deck like a 30 Tactics deck. You don't auto-lose to stuff like Mortarion or anything which can stun you all the time or give you counter-attack. We are going to play Machine Spirit, the Mechanicum mission. All we need to do for that is to attack with friendly vehicle at times, and what we need to do for that is to just fill our deck with random trash which is understated and got nerfed way too hard. Regardless, it's just a means to an end, because yes, Fulgrim's Whispers is really strong, and the cost gets reduced every time you play a card which had its cost reduced. And guess what Legio Cybernetica does? It fills your hand with Mechanicum vehicles which have their cost reduced by 5. So, the mission itself is a win condition already, because once you complete it, it is mostly GG after 1 or 2 turns. But playing those reduced vehicles will also reduce the cost of Fulgrim's Whispers. When you have the mission done and Fulgrim's Whispers achieved, you win. The problem is of course getting there, and that's why I said we had to stuff our deck with a lot of crap. But this crap is, as mentioned, just a means to an end, just to achieve that win condition. And it somehow works. I had a good time with this, and I'm going to explain real quick how this plays out before we jump into some gameplay. Our warlord choice is of course Fulgrim. As I explained earlier, we want to play into his Whispers. His base form is also pretty great. You don't need to achieve Whispers every game to win. You can play Tactics 1 turn ahead of curve, and you can also use his ability to trigger Perfection. So you basically dump 1 energy into his ability without playing anything, and then just play a troop for basically 1 cost more, but in return it will trigger Perfection. Then we get our Slide. I just really like this card. It goes in almost every deck. Here it's particularly good because it helps us with Perfection a lot. You can again dump 1 energy into it, so you can trigger Perfection more easy, or you can refill 2 energy to do the same thing. In tough situations you can also heal or draw a card, of course. Then Machine Spirit, as mentioned, our win condition, not much to explain here. Ulan Huda, cheap tactic, most of the time you will use it to draw a vehicle. I very rarely use the other effects. Here it's again just a Perfection trigger. We will have a lot of cards with Perfections, almost too many actually, so sometimes it becomes a bit hard. It also doesn't synergize well with Fulgrim's ability, but keep in mind that you can just use this ability to reduce the cost of your Whispers. So even if you're about to play Ulan Huda and you won't play any other tactic this turn, just use this ability regardless, then play this for 0. You pay the same cost, but you reduce the cost of your Whispers by 1. But anyway, this is just a 1 energy vehicle. Idonum Outriders, yeah, these are terrible. 1/3 faster to energy, and if you manage to trigger Perfection on them, they get 1 attack. Yeah, so they are like the old Death Guard jetbikes for 2 energy, but with a condition. Yeah, horrible, but guess why they're in the deck? Because they are fast and they can attack the turn they come into play. Same goes for Mercutio, or Mercutio, no idea how that's pronounced. It's terrible, 2 energy to 2 flank, it's fair I guess. And the sneak attack doesn't really do anything because it's just a 2 health vehicle, but it can attack the turn it comes into play, so it helps us with the mission. Apothecary Commandius, since we are starting with only 1 card, I thought including this guy could be good, and in some turns he will give you like a couple draws, and he also can heal, and of course his ability also helps with Perfection. Don't know why it's random, why it's not just heal 3 for 1 energy, but whatever. He's here to draw. I don't like to play him on 3 energy, try to combo him just to get instant value out of him, because most of the time he will die. This deck doesn't have a lot of board presence, so yeah. Try to combo him, so for example on 6, play it with the Syrian Jetbike to draw a card and trigger the Perfection of the Jetbikes. Speaking of which, despite the nerfs, these are still decent, I think. Even in regular vehicle Fulgrim I would play those. Still not a very great card, so 2/3 flanker for free if you trigger Perfection against first rank and +1/+0. At least they have free health. Unlike the Mercutio Jetbikes, they at least get something done, so they can remain on the board and your opponent will have to deal with them. Calder Reserves also got nerfed a lot, but I guess it's because of Fulgrim. Good thing is we can play this turn 1, so for 2 energy, and then get something with reduced cost. It just helps a lot, and it also helps a lot with the mission, because we can get another Mercutio, another Idonum Outriders. These are bad cards on their own, as I said, but they help us with the mission, so it's fine if you get them from Calder Reserves. Otherwise, if you're at the start of the game, try to get an Ancient Shamar to get the cost reduction on all the vehicles in your deck and hand. Then supply lines, another vehicle fetch. Fulgrim can play it turn 1, that's what I have it. Usually I would probably not play it, but it also reduces the cost of the vehicles, so I dig it here. Atronian Secutor, really nice addition from the latest expansion. You see these in a lot of decks. It's a 4 energy for 3 deals too, and draws you a card, so very nice card to have here. Autocrator Seal, I think it is pronounced. Pretty straightforward. It's like a bad shaft and steel from the Iron Warriors, but it's a neutral, so it's justified. And in this deck, we have a lot of vehicles. It actually does work, and Fulgrim again can play it on turn 2, so I think it is decent, especially because we have a lot of flankers, which will benefit from the stat buffs a lot. Then about a Javelin, vanilla shit troop, just like in and out Riders and Mercutio. It's a bad card, which I would never play, but it's a flanker, it can attack the turn it comes into play, so it helps us with the mission. Resplendent Conclave, I have no idea how to translate that, I'm just reading the letters, the words here. No clue what that means, but it's a good card. Fulgrim can play it on 3 energy, it will draw him 2 cards. And if you trigger Perfection, it also reduces the cost by 1. So very good with his Whispers, and since we are playing the mission, we need to draw. But regardless of what you're playing with Fulgrim, I would always include this in a Fulgrim deck. Because, well, 3 energy draw to cards, reduce their cost by 1 is pretty good. Ancient Shamar, pretty obvious pick here in a vehicle deck. Lowers the cost of all the vehicles in your hand and deck by 1. Together with Graia, yes I run both, it will reduce the cost of Mercutio and Idem Outriders to 0. If you happen to also draw like something with Resplendent Conclave, like the Syrian jet bikes, these can get reduced to 0 cost as well. Pretty funny here. It's, yeah, you can play it 1 turn earlier than Jamara, that's why I play it. 1 off is enough though, as I experienced, because I think reducing the cost of all your vehicles by 2 is like more than enough. That's all you need. And it also fetches the vehicle, so quite nice. I wouldn't play this anywhere outside of Fulgrim. Again, in Fulgrim it's nice because it reduces the cost of everything, and Fulgrim wants that for his Whispers, and Fulgrim can also play it on 4. Then Chestial Illustri, another very nice card we got from the last expansion. You see it a lot lately. It's a 4/5 with shield, solid body, and on rally draws you a vehicle, which we obviously want. His active ability is not that spectacular, but it can help you trigger Perfection. And sometimes if he sticks and you can use it on a flanker, for example, it finds its use, so very solid card overall. Then the only high cost vehicles I decided here are Optio Equitum. It's not bad, like 7/5 Predator like they always are, and it has the potential to deal 4 damage. If you play it well, Perfection 2 damage, so it's alright. It's like, it's a vehicle which helps us swing the board a little bit most of the time, or for some direct damage, so it's fine. And Luminal, of course, this is still a very good card. I'm really surprised that this is one of those cards which evaded all the Emperor's Children nerfs, because I think this is nuts. It's a 6/7 for 8, so slightly understated, but you get to destroy a random enemy troop on Perfection. Really nice, and with all the cost reduction we have, you can play it earlier than turn 7. Alright, that's the deck. I hope now you get a sense of what we're trying to do here. But of course, if you don't agree with me on some of my card choices, or if you're missing some of these cards, I got some card alternatives for you. First of all, some faction cards and Unrestrained Cruelty. This is a decent little damage card. Fulgrim can play it for 2, and I really like it because it punches through things like Survivor and Shield, and the heal on top is also a neat little addition. But this deck has a lot of removal because it focuses on flanking troops, so I thought I'm going to get away without playing it. Then some disruption tools here, if you want some. I got the Voss Fighter and the Sonic Shriek. Sonic Shriek has the benefit that it cycles, but Disorient is not that great. Fulgrim can play this for 1 energy though, so it's not too shabby. Same goes for the Voss Fighter. It's usually very nice anti-stealth tech currently. Salamanders are kinda off the window right now, so you don't need it that much anymore, but it's still great if you want to disrupt your opponent, so both cards are worth including in my opinion. Then Arma Superbia. I usually played that in my old list where I played like the non-mission Fulgrim. Here it's very dangerous to include a card like that. If you draw it at the start of your game, it will clog the fuck out of your hands. It's a 10 energy card, but for a 10 energy card I think it's very solid, especially against stuff like Angron, which you see very frequently because the Disorient really fucks him up. It is as it is. Then some neutral cards. Command Bridge, pretty good in Fulgrim because here it's essentially still 1 cost, and if you happen to have it in your starting hand, you can fetch for something like a Resplendent Conclave, which is your best turn 2 play. but I gotta say, I simply didn't find any place for it, and yeah, that's about it. I also think it's only really good if you have it like turn 1 to fetch for Resplendent Conclave. Other than that, we don't really have any key tactics in our deck, so I thought it's fine. Then, if you want some additional draw, I didn't include it, but I still think these are pretty good cards here. I simply think we have enough fetch and draw in this deck, despite playing Mission, so theoretically you can't have enough, but here's some more alternatives for you, being Tuchulcha Engine and Unidentified Vessel. Unidentified Vessel will draw us 2 troops, which cost 2 or less, so the cost reduction which we applied with Graya or with Ancient Shamar will come into play here as well, so you're not only guaranteed to draw Mercutio and the Idunum Outriders, you can also get the Jet Bikes or even the Javelin if you reduce their cost accordingly. And Tuchulcha Engine is good in Fulgrim because it costs 1 energy basically. Then if you want some anti-stealth, I would play Informant Network currently. Call of Cowardice is still great, it still hits all the Agents of the Sigilite troops for full damage, so it kills them if they are played without any buffs. But against the Raven Guard, it doesn't kill everything, and we have a lot of flankers, so I thought Informant Network would be a bit better here, since we can de-stealth the troops even if they have more than 4 health, so they wouldn't die to Call of Cowardice, and then we can flank into them. Then Forbidden Protocols, somewhat of a goofy RNG card. This isn't really needed here. You can use it on a win condition and regular vehicle Fulgrim in my opinion, because you have big vehicles which are likely to stick, and yeah, the buff is random, that's the thing, but if you get something like Warden Survivor on a really big vehicle, you're gonna have a really good time. But also Voss Fight is a really thing right now, a lot of people play it, so I wouldn't necessarily invest too much in one troop. So Forbidden Protocols, playable here in my opinion, but really not necessary. And of course, you might miss Vorax. You're like, oh, Mechanicum mission without Vorax. Yeah, I just don't really like it. It's a 4 energy free damage flanker. Sure, the Bloodthirst is good on it, you can attack 2 times with it, and it contributes to the mission more than other cards, but you need to find that specific scenario to attack 2 times, and we have such an abundance of flankers, so I thought, nah, Vorax doesn't quite do the trick. We have no means to buff it except with a Talk Raider seal, so yeah, I skipped on it. Alright, and that was already it. That were the alternative cards, and now we're going to jump into some gameplay. No live gameplay today again, but I gathered some nice replays over the past couple of days for you, which highlight the deck really well, so I'd say without further ado, let's check out how this deck plays. Alright, first game is against Raum. You don't quite see him that frequently anymore, but he's still a thing. Yeah, still a decent aggro warlord. I go second, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know. It's fine, because like you get an extra card and we get to draw some stuff, and yeah, this deck struggles with draw sometimes because, well, he started with one less card. He starts up with a Trader Crew and attacks into my face. I just draw a card first. Don't get into energy tactic, which I don't have anyway. And then I use my ability to play Reduced Machine Spirit. Again, as I mentioned in the deck text section. Still a valid thing to do because I just reduced the cost of my Whispers by 1, despite not really playing anything for cheaper. So yeah. Now it would be great to play Resplendent Conclave, but I think like, yeah, it's Raum. We kinda don't want to keep too much infantry around or like give him board advantage in general. And I got the Perfection here, so I said, fuck it, I'm just gonna play the Syrian jet bikes. I mean, we have some follow-up plays, so Resplendent Conclave is not that important here. He curves out into Gentleman Squad, pretty good for him, and kills my jet bikes. So I can kill the Gentleman Squad here though with the Secutor. So I smack into it once. And then Secutor goes in for the kill and draws me another vehicle. Alright, so far so good. He will trade this one away, of course, again. Gets another Trader Crew. Don't remember what he got from it. And also plays a Plague Drone. I'm like, alright. I'm gonna keep him on maintenance, and I don't mind if this attacks once. It will deal 3 damage, like, whatever. I think it's worth him having the maintenance. So I play Mercutio. And then I go for Resplendent Conclave. 1-3 energy to get that Perfection. Get 2 vehicles, it's alright. And yeah, Perfection on Mercutio I didn't really care about it, so it would have died anyway. The cost reduction here, I thought, would be more important. So my dude vomits his hand. He just goes all and got an extra quest from a Trader Crew. And poisons me with the Plague Drone. It's alright. I got enough stuff to deal here with, so I play Mercutio. I think I messed up the traits here a little bit, but it actually doesn't really matter. I think I did. Nah, I'm gonna keep the 4-3 around, yeah. I think I did it correct. So Mercutio goes into the 3-2. Yep, the Adenum Outriders go into the Flies, and these go here. So this way I'll keep the 4-1 around. I think that's, out of all these troops, the most valuable one. Cultist Sorcerer. And another Acropress. Holy moly. So, the guy will have a lot of health here. That's for sure. This will die to poison, so he ignores it, obviously. And I think, yeah. Do I want to kill the Acropress? He has 2 anyway, like, whatever. I'm more afraid of the Cultist Sorcerer getting free value if I play something here. Guy also had like Cultist Reserves into Ancient Jamar, but again, I really don't want him to get the sacrifice of the Cultist Sorcerer. So instead, I play the Optio Aquidum and kill it. Alright, heals up with Acropress again. Healed him for 6 so far. And Ashen Circle into the face of the Optio Aquidum. Clears it. We'll probably go for my face again and heal with the second Acropress he main decked. And also another Plague Drop. So, he's out of cuts. And still looking fine. He, like, gets all these free heals, but I'm like, yeah, that's alright. That's alright. So, I got multiple options here, but I decide, again, for the board control, I could play Luminal, but, like, whatever. I'm more afraid of this thing. I don't want to take too much damage. I don't mind if he heals, actually, because it doesn't matter how much health he has. Once I achieve my win condition, it won't matter. And I use the Arbor Slider to heal and to reduce my Whispers cost a bit. I don't need to draw more cards right now. I just need to survive at this point. And he keeps smacking. And healing. He keeps smacking and healing. And Camille. So, he drags it over my face. I'm like, alright, is he going like Linus? Does he have another Camille in his hand? Or why does he not kill that? Like, did he forget about Ordnance? I don't know. I don't care. I play Graia here, really good top deck. Because we got Graia into Ancient Jamar. Jamar will also reduce the cost again, so everything in our deck has -2 now. Stuff in our hand, -1. And this one also -2 because I can do it from Graia. And I decided to kill the Acropress. And he has a second Camille indeed. This time, he uses it to kill stuff. Could have also killed that, but yeah, this one does more damage. Whatever. So, I'm down to 8. I'm down to 8. So, little problem here. If he has Khorne's Favor, I die. So, I draw a vehicle. Then I call the reserves. A little bit of a misplay here, because I thought, yeah, I'm still gonna play Luminal like for tempo. I could have played just the Luminal and then played Call the Reserves for something with reduced cost, so a little bit of an oopsie here, but I was indecisive if I want to play the Luminal, and I thought like, yeah, fuck it, I'm just gonna do it because he's gonna kill me in like 2 turns, or if he has Khorne's Favor or something. But yeah. He goes face again. I have 2 options now, either play Armor Superbia or Whispers. I need to play the Whispers. He just needs something like Warp Assault, Khorne's Favor, and I die. So, I use my ability one more time to actually buff the Luminal here and reduce the cost of the Whispers to 9. Just to do something on my turn, basically. Besides triggering Whispers. Would not have attacked anyway because this sets up lethal. Yeah, I attack into him once. I complete the mission. This is abundant now. If he doesn't kill me this turn, I win. So yeah, his last card was Ashen Circle, and he actually top decks a Cultist Sorcerer here. So good fucking thing that I use my Whispers. Otherwise, as mentioned, I would have been dead. Very likely. So yeah, he uses it to clear the Luminal, but it doesn't matter. He's at 9 health, and if you charge Fulgrim's Whispers to the fullest, he will deal 13 damage. So I just go for it. Ability once, ability twice, ability thrice, and into the face I go. Alright, that was the first game. I was pretty happy with it. Usually this deck is really bad against aggro, but thankfully he didn't have any Khorne's Favor, only 2 Camille's. Alright, off to the next one. Next up, game against an Angron. See these quite a lot lately. Or always.
A beautiful day to craft.
Mulligan the Luminal, don't want any 8 energy cards in my hand. And thankfully a top deck supply lens here, really good one. Turn 1 play. So I get to draw something. And reduce the cost by 1. Pretty good. So, Angron does nothing, just goes for the face. Standard stuff. There's Planet Conclave, and now a very good top deck. I played. Good stuff. So far, so good. And I get an Ulan Hooter for free here, so I can... I'm just gonna use it because there's no point in waiting with it. I really want that Jamar, but I don't get it. Maybe something like the Chulcha engine, as I mentioned in the alternative card section, would be pretty good here. He plays a naked free drop. Don't like to play this guy without playing, but better than playing nothing, I guess. I got the perfect answer here. I will play Machine Spirit now with reduced cost. Keep that in mind. Yeah, so you can still play this, just with his ability to reduce the Whispers cost, and then goes the Javelin. 4-3 into the 3-4. Easy peasy. So, goddamn. Apothecary. Pretty bad. Apothecary on curve is really, really bad. I need to do something about it, and I could play Illustri, and I think I do, yeah. So the option here was to Mercutio into that, but yeah, whatever. And now I get Shamar. I face bash into it, so if he decides to trade into Illustri, it will not survive. And he just goes for a Vicious Strike. I'm totally fine with that. I have bigger troops in my deck, so it's a good swing, of course, for him. And if Apothecary stays around, drives a bigger gap between our health pools, but it is as it is. 5 energy and a 5 energy troop. Better than fucking 0 energy. Vicious Strike on something like Luminal. So, now I can opt to Equidom it. Good thing I bashed into it. The turn before, he goes for a Sustained Fire. And Spiteful Challenge. So he will clear it to basically free. Not too shabby for him, being at 35 HP turn 5 with Angron. I got a pretty cool play here too, though. I will probably call the reserves first. Get a vehicle. I decide for Idem Outriders simply because they helped me with the mission. The other stuff was like, meh, whatever. And Ancient Jamar. Yeah, his perfection over the perfection of the call the reserves, because this reduces the cost of everything, and call the reserves only the cost of 1 card. So he plays Sergeant Carval. I'm expecting like a frenzied charge here, but he just plays it for the sake of it. I'm like, alright, sure, why the hell not? So I heal with the Arbor Slider. Let's see what I do. I don't really remember it. Then I play Luminal. I mean, yeah, usually Angrons don't want any bigger troops anyway. I could have went for something like with Mercutio and stuff like that, but whatever. I've already got my Whispers down to 9 here. That's pretty good. So we're getting there. Plays another Carval, and well, he used his Vicious Strike, and he didn't have Frenzied Assault or Frenzied Charge, so I'm positive I'm gonna have a good time here. He's able to kill the Jamar here still, so yeah, not too bad. Plays like the Rudius Last Rifle. And now let's see what we got here. I got another Optio. I will probably play Mercutio into this. Alright, then I attack that. Then I probably play okay, yeah, the Idem Outriders into his face just to get some mission progress going. Then I guess a reduced Arbor Slider. So yeah, there's some sequencing involved in this deck, but this is why I actually like it. It's fun to play. Use it to heal again. I just want to stay out of range of the frenzy charge nonsense, and then up to Equitim on the second Carval for the kill. Looking good. Good board. Nice purple board of purple vehicles. uses his ability and plays the red hand squad to clear it. Not too shabby. So what do we do here? I got Syrian jet bikes. I play one first. Then I go into Whispers.
It's about time we had some.
Hell yes, brother. It's about time. Then I use my ability once and a second Syrian jet bike. I'm actually going to complete the mission here as well. Yeah. So we're at the stage in the game where Angron is going to have a really fucking bad time. Mechanicum mission with an empty hand, Whispers with reasonable amount of health. And I'm specking with this one first so he can't ping it with something, and then I attack with myself. I think here taking one more damage than my vehicle is justified. But in the end he had a Sense Core jet bike, so it didn't really matter. Should have saved 1 health and attacked with Fulgrim first, but whatever. And he goes for a Rampager into ability. And we'll also, as much as also give it charge forward so it clears the bikes and pings me for 1 more damage. But it doesn't matter. Unfortunately, we won't get to play the mission here because I just kill him with my with Fulgrim's Whispers again. Yeah, lethal range with this until energy is 13 without any additional cards. Insane Whispers. Yeah, that's why I still like as I said, we'll still play into it if they put a Fulgrim. Alright, that's Angron for you, gentlemen. And I'd say let's jump into another one. Alright, next up is a Chaos Spawn. Terrible matchup, and I'm going second, so I'm actually in for a really bad time.
Day to craft delicious agony.
Let's see how it goes. He obviously uses his ability turn 1, and yeah, that's a Swarm deck which just shits out really good troops really early, so I'm afraid it will go badly, but we'll see how it is. I use the counter attack instantly, block triggering perfection. I need cards in my hand, and I use the mission. Because I feel like, yeah, next turn I'm gonna play the Syrian jetbikes here. So I'm playing the mission over Ulan Huda. He goes for a crucial choice. Alright, I think. Good for me. Less shit I have to deal with the board. On the board. And he actually attacks with a little spawn. Like, he doesn't stick with it on. I'm like, okay, great. It will die anyway. I'm just gonna play with Branne Conclave, then I don't have to play the Syrian jetpacks. If he doesn't attack with it next turn, I'm just gonna use a Chironian Secretary on it. Yeah, win-win. Oh yeah, this is what I like to see. Ancient Shamar from Resplendent Conclave, just for the curve. Beautiful. I think I won't play him though. I think it is not time yet. I think I'm going to clear this with the Syrian jetbikes first, because otherwise he will get a free trade here with the Sex Horse into sneak attack, and I don't really want that. No, I draw a vehicle. Giving this a Mark of Chaos is not worth it, I think. So, whatever. I would have tried it maybe if it was something with 4 health, but here it just doesn't really matter. And I can still play the Jamar next turn. Blade of the Lair! Alright, maybe the Mark of Chaos would have mattered here. Not a shabby card to have in Chaos Spawn, man. But yeah, I'm just gonna play Jamar this turn then. I also draw Graya. And I think I play Graya first. No, I will play Jamar on Perfection. Because he reduces the stuff we have in our hand as well. I think that's worth it. Down to 14 already, looking good. He plays a fucking Mount Ferris. Alright. I'm like, cool. And Pride of Mars, like, this is none of the freaky stuff commences here. Like, Pride of Mars is 0 for technical servitors. I'm like, man, alright. Whatever makes you happy. I wouldn't necessarily play these cards in Spawn, I would just play Demon Tempo, but... okay. So, get rid of the Ferris, it's like... still a dangerous troop. It's like a non-elf bait, yeah, but if... in a shit deck like that, if you let it stick, it will shit gold, so I don't want that for obvious reasons. So, he's able to clear the Equitum with a Warp Assault and a Sneak Attack. And plays a Malkiel. Alright, Malkiel is not too bad. I can clear that. I'm just gonna play the Outriders without Perfection. Give Malkiel a smack. Secutors, the unreduced once because I don't have enough energy to play anything anyway. And Ulan Huda to draw another vehicle, I'd say. Yep. Could play Mercutio here, but yeah, just dies, so whatever. Secutor dies to a sneak attack. And he got that drone from Plague, no, from Vopsol. Edict of Censure. If I would have played Tactics, Fulgrim would have been a pretty bad time, but he just removes my Graya, which I don't really care about. Like, yeah, bruh, looks bad. I attack with it in Outriders to get the mission down a little bit. Then these flank into the Plague drones. Then I use my ability just to play this to reduce the Whispers. I will refill 2 energy here to play up to Equitum on Perfection. Oh, it deals 2 more damage. Sweet. Looking good. I'm ahead on health. Mission almost complete. Whispers ready to be played. And he drops an Ignis Vincent. Yeah, like, alright. Alright, man. It is as it is. So, I smack with this one into the face. Then we play Mercutio. Don't do anything with it. And then I use my ability once to get to 7 energy and then play the Luminal to get rid of that crap. And the rest of the stuff will stick around. Alright, so you sometimes have to play cards without perfection, just for the sake of playing them. He plays a Bog Boy. Yeah, that's looking grim, but yeah, I think like I could complete even the mission here. But for what? I got Whispers anyway. Who cares?
It's about time we
The 31 HP. What's he gonna do about it? Right. So I decide, nah, I'm gonna ignore Bog Boy. Let him sit on free maintenance for a bit. It's not that important, but yeah. He poisons me with the Bog Boy. 7 damage incoming. Last rifle. And a Beast of Fire right now. These are cards I would expect in the case on deck, but Ignis Vincit or whatever it was called, and that 0 energy Mechanicum card, it's weird as fuck. But yeah, Whispers for the win here again. He's obviously not too happy about it here. And yeah, that was case spawn. Bit of a weird one, but pretty bad matchup, but we won. Alright, off to the next one. Alright, this game, it doesn't highlight the deck that great, but this guy is something else. Like,
a beautiful day.
He's stuck in the Branne mindset, and I thought I'm just gonna include it because it's funny. Alright hand, and I top deck supply lines, so pretty good for me. Play the supply lines first, obviously. Okay, Syrian jetpack, not too shabby. Not too shabby. So, my dude stuns me turn 1 for some reason. I'm like, bro, alright. Why? I give him the emote because, well, what's he, like, what did he try to achieve with that? So this survives, I suppose? Or that I don't use my ability? I don't get it, and I don't care. But, card green? I also play this just for the sake of... I won't try to leave a comment with the explanation why this brand did this. I don't get it. You want to keep these guys for combos, and why not just draw a fucking card? And the stun for obviously when I'm like in the Whisper's form, or when I'm to play something big. Yeah, he attacks into this one. Alright. Fine by me. I Ulan Huda into another vehicle, I suppose. And then I'm going to not play Comedius because he will be able to kill it. I just attack with this one to get some mission progress going. I could play Comedius, of course, with the hope of getting Ancient Shamar. But yeah. He plays a naked Bane of Tyrants. 4 energy, deal 2 damage.
Target must be taken with
I'm at this point like having a nice giggle. Bro, like, if you don't have anything else to play, use your ability. I don't know, but why waste this so bad? Guys, again, leave comments if you have any reasonable explanation for what this dude is doing, but I think he's just being a little bit, yeah, you know what I mean? Alright, Dark Furies, not so great. I decide I either play nothing or I get some shit going here. So I decide to get some shit going. I play Ulanhuda first, draw Mercutio, doesn't do much, and then I decide, look, I have nothing but flank in hand, I need to draw and put shit on the board, so I decide to basically use this as a cycle. And what could be really bad if he has a Fierce Onslaught, but yeah, this is the card I was looking for basically. I always forget to play around this card, but in the end it didn't really matter, so whatever. Could have also killed that, but he clears my board pretty efficiently here. It's still fine though. So what do? I could go for the Luminal here, which I decide against. It's a bit of a weird play here. I don't know why I did this. I should have just went for Luminal and hoped for the best, but I decide to do this instead. Get some mission progress and kill the Cleave Bike. He didn't re-stealth it, so it doesn't have sneak attack. I'm not too worried about it. So he will Guerrilla Strike and attack this. Alright. I still attacked into it just in case I will have to go to the Bother Javelin some turn after or anything. And yeah, good thing I kept the Luminal. This was my thought process here, I guess. I don't remember the game exactly. I wanted to simply keep this for a big stealthy boy. Yeah, which I'm worried about. Like, it was up to 7 energy. And I know what I was thinking. That he maybe has the legendary 7 energy guy. That would have been definitely a problem, so. Luminal comes in clutch here. Looking good for us. And here he is. Yeah. Here he is. But, yeah, I'm gonna go for the Whispers here again. Heals up and sets up lethal. I don't even need to bash. And if he had the stun row, he would, like, maybe kill me over 2 turns. I don't know. He could definitely, like, attack, then with stealth or something. Then attack and hidden strike or some shit. But he uses it to trade. Fine by me. And I emote the shit out of him because he's playing this. He played it so weirdly. It's okay to emote spam to bully special needs people, in my opinion. So yeah, Whispers for the win here again. I just realized that I didn't show you a single game where the mission actually contributed to the win. So I kept it for last. Let's check it out. Last one is against the Santar. Yeah, we played the guy already. And very good hand for me. Finally called the reserves in the starting hand.
A beautiful day to craft delicious
The dream.
agony.
And a flanky bikey. It's fine too against Santar. So we called the reserves here. And I get another flanker. I think that's pretty important against Santar. And I can also play it like next turn in case he starts off with a 2 or 1 drop, which they sometimes do. So yeah. Alright, I use the Overslaughter to draw first. Maybe I can draw a 3 energy tactic here so I don't use my ability yet. Nope, I draw Illustri and then I use Machine Spirit with my ability to reduce my Whispers. I think you guys got it by now how that works. Alright, so turn 2. He has the Rhinos into a counterattack. To spawn what are they called? Halberg? Herbert? Halberg. Yeah. Alright. I slam into the Rhino. I don't want it to spawn more dudes. And there goes the Javelin. Not a good trade, but had to do it. So, he plays Ancient Polix. And attacks with the Halberg into my face. Now he also starts face bashing, I guess. Confident or something, I don't know. So, good 3-drop, good 4-drop. I get a Mercutio, play that one first. Slam it into the Epolix, and then Jet Bikes. The perfection, and kill the Epolix. yeah, mission looking pretty juicy here. Could have also attacked into this one, to be honest, so that he can't do trade. Well, a bit of an oopsie, but I was, yeah, not expecting a good 5-drop as well. Yeah, it is as it is. So whatever. Nothing to play here for me except Illustri. He dies to ability and this, but yeah, better than not playing anything. Need to maintain the tempo. So yeah, I'm taking more damage here from the halberds than I could have. But yeah, can't predict everything. He face bashed into it, so I'm like, what the fuck's that? Why not build the attack? I don't know. He plays Iron Salvo. I don't understand that. Why not just use ability, attack, and then play the Ungulver Rhino? Why play the... Like, he reduced the cost of this with Iron Salvo. That made no sense whatsoever in my opinion. But oh well. I'm not here to... like, try to find out what's going on in the head of these players. Like, I'm doing goofy shit sometimes too. When I'm not paying attention, so... Who the fuck knows? He plays more shit. I don't know why he doesn't want this to buff this, but I guess he knows that I'm gonna kill it anyway. My muscle memory would have prevented that. I topped the Commedius really good here, because now I am able to also play the jetpacks here with perfection. So what we're going to do, I'm going to take some extra damage here. In return, I will keep this on 3 health, so he can't run this into this. Yeah, I think that's overall the better trade than attacking into this, than taking 2 less damage, and then this goes to 1 health. Yeah, I hope you understood me. So otherwise, he could have maybe also played like the 2 energy, 1 damage, fetch a vehicle guy. All right, I think you guys got it. And more hand vomit. Ipolix, Harmix. I don't know why he gave him the thing. Why not give this flank, attack into this, kill this, use ability in that instead. Like this guy, I don't know. I miss playing sometimes too, but that's Legiones Perdidas. Trademark or something, I don't know. So yeah, I get another card here from the Commedius, so pretty good value. And kill this one with my face, so this one stays at 3 health. We were about to complete the mission, gentlemen. He smacks into this, into a Call of Cowardice. And he also got a Iron Salvo off the top, so I don't get to complete my mission here on turn 9. Unfortunate, but guess what? We got Ulan Huda. I go for the fetch, and I'm like, Idunum Outriders, Idunum Outriders, Idunum Outriders. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Ah, juicy. So, we play the Idunum Outriders. I also probably play the Angron Secutor. So I get more vehicles with reduced cost in my hand. This fills your hand, so you go up to 10 cards. And I will get 7 instead of just 6 vehicles here. Could also play that and just play the next turn, but in the end it's like, it doesn't matter. Double abominable intelligence. I decided to go for this and just for a Vorex, because I also got double Vulture Rex. I will have enough flankers. Doesn't matter, so I just get rid of some stuff from my hand. So, really cool deck which she built, by the way. I really like that she just put in every card with pride in it, which is not wrong, I guess, but damn it. Now, this is what the game has become. I'm kind of sad. Gets a flank augment. That sucks. But yeah, we're pretty much done here. I will play double abominable intelligence here. Oh no, Krios Vendetta. We got that one as well. What does that one do anyway? Deal 3 damage 3 times. Alright. Yeah. Doesn't really matter which way I play it. I thought like, yeah, why not have something which can act again? But he is down to 1 hand, 1 card. We are basically done here. I trade these. Don't want to take 3 damage, and there's nothing he can do. It doesn't really matter what I do at this point. I don't think there's anything which can help him maybe accept Brutal Choice into Great Tithe. Like Crucial Choice, Armor Slider, Great Tithe or something like that, but I have Whispers, which would kill him in over 2 turns. So, yeah. That's against good old Santar. I just noticed that I shot so many people here, which misplayed the fuck out of the games. Yeah, but I thought it was funny. Anyway, guys, that was it for the last replay. 5 games should be enough. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe to not miss out on future videos and live streams. As you're seeing this, it should be Thursday. That means Warforged is around the corner. It will come out, if you're watching this today, like, it will come out today, and I'm going to do a little release live stream. We're going to take a look at the game once again. We already did that in the past, but just how it is during the release. Maybe they will also add some new features. Time will tell. Alright, I hope to see you then, and until then, midnight out. Peace.